Hello everyone, my name is Wayne.
And I'm Rebecca.
And we are your Bourbon Journey. Many people have been talking about the Jack Daniel's 14. And recently we took a trip to High Spirits, and our friend Libby had set aside one of the few bottles they had of the 14, knowing that we wanted to review it. So Rebecca, you want to go ahead and talk about the parameters and what is special about this bottle?
Sure, I'd love to. So Jack Daniel's 14, this is batch 1. Classification is, of course, a Tennessee whiskey. The company is Brown-Forman. Distillery is Jack Daniel's Distillery. Its mash bill is 80% corn, 12% malted barley, and 8% rye. It is 14 years old. The proof is a whopping 126.3. The MSRP is $149.99, and you should know that the bottle is a 700 milliliter. It was released in February of 2025, but as Wayne noted, we got it recently on 4/19/25 for $249.99 at High Spirit Liquors in Evansville, Indiana. The interesting note on this is that after more than a century, Jack Daniel's has introduced its historic 14-year-old Tennessee whiskey. Now, what sets this expression apart is its unique aging journey, beginning in the upper floors of the barrel house before being relocated to the cooler lower ricks to extend maturation. And that's something that we know we're familiar with from Maker's Mark. But this is a major change in their process. They have not done this before, so they're learning more about maturation as they go along. I mean, the reviews have been tremendous on this, and y'all know we're not massive Tennessee whiskey fans, especially Jack Daniel's, but we didn't hate the 12, although it was very oaky for us. But we've heard this has many different notes than the 12 did. So the fact that, you know, they set this aside for us at High Spirits, we felt compelled to get it and do a review on it.
Exactly. So we're going to go ahead and go through it, and let's see what we think of it.
I'm going to be honest as possible. If we love it, we're going to tell you that. And if we don't, we're going to tell you that. And if it's just halfway, we're going to tell you that too.
Yeah.
It's pretty dark. It's very dark. It's a 14-year-old. It should be dark.
It is definitely dark, I will say.
Yeah, you can tell the bottle and the glass is very dark. I'm trying to see if I'm getting any legs on this. I'm going to let it sit here for a second while we talk about it. There are a lot of whiskey tubers out there that got this as, you know, a sent from the distillery, and they reviewed it already and loved it. I am getting some nice legs forming now, which is pretty nice. I do appreciate that. I sometimes find that with the Tennessee Lincoln process, that sometimes that does reduce the viscosity a bit. It takes away some of the oil notes, so to speak, as they go through the maple charcoal. But this has some pretty good legs, so I'm kind of pleased with that.
Legs aren't too bad.
Let's check out the notes.
Okay.
I'm getting some nice caramel notes on this.
Caramel, probably brown sugar. There is a lot of alcohol in it.
Yeah, you can tell it's a proofer. Cinnamon, is that what the spice is you're getting? I'm getting some cinnamon. I'll be honest, it smells a little bit like a bourbon to me. I'm not getting those Tennessee hints. I'm getting more bourbon notes. And technically, by the process they follow, they do follow the process of making a bourbon. I like the nose.
It's a lot of alcohol.
But are you getting any banana notes that you hate?
No.
Because normally, one of the things he doesn't like is he doesn't like the whole Brown-Forman brand basically gives him banana notes, and he doesn't like that very much.
I wasn't involved for a minute, so what can I say?
Well, let's go ahead and taste it.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Jack Daniel's 14. It's hot. And this is not our first taste of the day, I'm just going to say, but that is hot. It is hot going down. It is hot on the palate. I was not anticipating that because we drink stuff 130 kind of regularly, and this at 126.3, I did not expect it to be that hot. Especially with the charcoal mellowing process, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think it would be this hot. I have to get past that and do another sip probably.
I'm going to take a sip of water, and I'm going to try it again. Now, I will say, compared to the 12, which I wasn't a fan of, because for myself, Jack Daniels has this funky taste that I just disliked, and it may be a banana profile. But I will say this does not have that.
No, and the difference here too, for even though it's 2 years older, I'm not getting those astringent oak notes, which on the 12 was very oaky. It was very dry. It dried your palate. I mean, I love a good oak note, and we love double oak things and things of that nature, but it was just a little too oaky for me. This seems to be more mature without the oak notes. I like it better than the 12, for sure.
I agree.
Definitely several steps higher than the 12 for me.
I'm trying to think of the
What else I'm
what
getting
I'm
on
getting.
it? Yeah. It is proofy though. I mean, it is drinking hot, and I'm a little taken aback by that, because the Lincoln process is supposed to make it really smooth and less hot, and we are people that really drink a lot of 125 above proof, so we don't shy away from that. So the fact that this is drinking hot for me is it's a little stunning. I'm just taken aback.
Well, to its credit, I will say this: I cannot stand the Jack Daniel's profile, and this is the first one I've had that does not have the Jack Daniel's profile.
Yeah, I mean, it's got some caramel notes that are nice. Maybe a little bit of butterscotch even. It's not super strong on the butterscotch. We've had other things that have more butterscotch notes, but I am getting some butterscotch on this, which is
Butterscotch
nice.
is a good call. It drinks really hot.
That's what's throwing me, because we have stuff that's 130, 140, 150 proof, and this is drinking hotter than those things. If this was my first drink of the day, I would not be stunned, but it's not our first drink of the day, because we have recorded a couple videos before this one. I'm just being transparent here.
Well,
and it is burning all the way down.
Well, we did a Booker's and a couple others that were very, very north of 120. And this is drinking a lot hotter than both of those. Probably the issue I have, this is the first Jack Daniels I've had that I can say outside of, I'm looking down here, the
tequila finish?
The tequila finish.
Distillery only release.
That I can say that I don't mind and enjoy, but I think it drinks too hot.
It does drink too hot. And again, my daily drinker is Elijah Craig barrel proof, for heaven's sake. And if it's not that, I'm drinking Booker's or I'm drinking Larceny barrel proof. So my average after work drink is a 125 probably. And the fact this is 126.3 and it's drinking so much hotter than that.
It is.
And it's taken away from the flavor a little bit. I'm kind of
agree.
stunned. I'm going to try to taste it again and see if I want to get some more notes on it, because I'm having trouble getting, I'm stunned. I'm having trouble getting notes on it.
Yeah.
The nose is pleasant, although it hits you with alcohol, but it has some caramel notes and some spices, a lot of cinnamon. I am picking up butterscotch on the palate, which I really enjoy. I think the finish is what's killing me. It's not the palate, it's the finish. So the palate is nice. I mean, the nose is hot, the palate is nice, and then the finish is like burn, burn, burn. It's got so much pepper going on, and it's in a really harsh manner, but the finish is just too much for me.
I think it's really too astringent.
Yeah, and the finish is just, I can't get past the heat on the finish. So this is funny for me, because normally we're going on the flavor of Jack Daniels we do not like. So we actually like the flavor of this one.
Right, I would agree with that.
I like the nose, I like the flavor, but the finish is just kind of knocking me back a little bit. I'm kind of stunned.
Well, it drinks, we had the 12 down there, and we reviewed it, and it had the
it was
flavor
very
profile.
astringent.
Yeah. This doesn't have it, which really surprised me, because it's 2 years older.
This is sweeter than the 12, for sure. It's much sweeter than the 12. It has a lot of really nice notes, such as the caramel and butterscotch notes. It's got some really nice cinnamon notes. I like the flavor on the palate, but the finish, when I swallow, it just becomes really like fire going down my throat. And I was shocked by that because, again, if you watch us at all, you know how much I love high proof stuff.
Yeah.
So it's just, and the fact that they went through the Lincoln process and the charcoal mellowing, I'm stunned that it's that hot.
I think this is, for myself, this may be the one Jack Daniels that I could say I enjoy, but I think this would personally drink better if it were like 10, like maybe 115.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it would have to be, but it's just, and I know that, you know, I stated earlier that they aged it in the upper levels of the rick house first, and then they pulled it down to the lower levels to really kind of keep that softer maturation process, which has been done at Michter's, it's done at Maker's Mark, it's a common process that's done with Kentucky whiskey, and I think maybe they should have pulled it down a little bit sooner. I mean, not that I'm a maturation expert or anything, but my palate is saying it's a little hot and it probably should come down to the lower levels a little sooner.
Right. And, you know, I mean, Coy Hill is supposedly another one that's a high proof.
This supposedly doesn't drink as hot as it is. I've heard that from anyone I've talked to, including Livy at High Spirit. She talked about that. And she's not a Jack Daniels fan generally, but she thought Coy Hill was amazing.
Yeah.
We've not had Coy Hill.
We haven't, and I myself, I don't plan to ever have it. But this is better than 12, which surprises me.
It's pretty good until I get to the finish.
Yeah. It's for myself, what I'm really surprised about is anytime I've had Jack Daniels is the front part of the profile I just can't stand.
Oh yeah, the early part of your palate.
Yes. And this is not there on the 14. That really surprised me. The backside, where on the 12 it was okay,
but very oaky.
Yes. On the 14, I'm not crazy about it because I think it's too hot.
Again, the nose is great. I'm liking the palate. My first, you know, and the back of my palate was good until it got to here. When it gets to right here, it's like fire. Right here, there's fire. And I like warmth there, or I like barrel notes there, or I want leather, or I want cinnamon and pepper. I want pops of excitement, but I don't want to feel like I just drank something I shouldn't drink. And that's kind of how it's feeling for me. I'm sorry.
Well, for myself, the nose is great. Then when you get into the palate, it about halfway into it, it just starts to lose it. It becomes hot, and it becomes hot without flavor. Now, I'm somebody that I love, and you know this, I love Bloody Marys, extra spicy, and I love to have it hot.
And he pours hot sauce on his breakfast food. He pours jalapenos on everything he eats. I mean, he loves hot stuff.
I'm somebody that will basically pour out salsa into a bowl and eat it straight.
With a spoon, he does.
And all that said, this is unpleasantly hot.
But it's funny for me because it's not unpleasantly hot on my palate. It's not till it gets right here. Right here, here it's fine. Here it's fine. Here it's like, oh my gosh, what did I just do? And it's as it works its way down, all of a sudden it's like a bomb goes off, and that's not comfortable.
Yeah, I don't know what the 10 was like. We had the 12. It's much better than the 12.
We like it a lot. I like a lot more than 12. Yeah, it's better than the 12 for sure.
Which surprised me.
And we paid what, $50 more for this? I think that was worthwhile considering. I think this is $50 better than the 12.
Yeah, and I mean, question with you is, do you think this would drink better proof down a little?
We could drop a drop of water in it and see.
All right.
I don't have a good dropper on me, but drop. Okay. These glasses are a little hard to do that with. Nose is still nice.
The nose is pretty good.
It may have even opened the nose up a little bit.
The nose on it drinks like a Kentucky bourbon.
Yeah, I'm sure they wouldn't want to hear that.
No, they wouldn't want to hear it, but that's
But it
me.
smells like a typical bourbon. Doesn't smell like a Tennessee whiskey to me.
Right.
Let's taste it. Yeah, it's a lot better. Because the flavor profile on my palate is still there. It did not go away. Now what was burning right here like a grenade is now just more of a warm to hot hug. You know, warm hugs are my preference, but it's warm, a little hot. But before it was like a hand grenade down there. It was like it was blowing up on me. And I didn't like that. This is more palatable, I think.
For myself, it's still about the same. Which
We could have done different drops of water. If we didn't have, if we had planned on this, we would have had our droppers with us and done that.
But I mean, I will say this, that I think as far myself not liking Jack Daniels, I can appreciate this.
the flavor profile is good.
Yes. And I'm not totally disappointed. It's better than the 12. And would I buy another bottle? Probably not. But I'm not totally disappointed.
I don't hate it.
I don't.
If it wasn't for the finish being so hot, I would probably really like it.
I will just say this with it, and I'm repeating myself here, that I think this drinks better maybe at 115.
Yeah, a little bit of water for me did help it.
Yeah. And somebody that
And I never add water to bourbon.
and somebody that we're people that drink Elijah Craig, we like Booker's, we like stuff that is way north of 120. So this drinks hotter, but it doesn't.
It's hard.
I
to
wish it
explain.
were I wish it were 110 to 115 because
Maybe
I really
115 would probably be better.
and that's probably good for our cousin Jason, because if this were like 110, I'd probably tell him, well, guess what? You're not getting it.
We're not sending it to you. We're not bringing it to your family reunion.
and we love him. He's a good guy, and he has wanted this. He lives near the distillery,
Like 40 miles away, and
and
he
he
can't
can't get it. So when we bought this today, I messaged him that we found it, told him what it was worth, and he was just thrilled. To all of you that like Jack Daniels, I think you'll really enjoy this. Jason, I know you're really going to enjoy this.
Yep.
And we were happy to work with you because you're a cousin and you're a friend, and we love you very much. Cheers to all of you out there. If you like what we do, please subscribe, and always remember to drink responsibly. Cheers.
Cheers.